Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee real estate professional. I wanted to talk to y'all today about receiving offers on your home, what to look for, things like that. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. Okay, so I wanted to go over things to look for whenever receiving offers on homes. A lot of times people are like, well, it all depends on the bottom dollar, what that seller is going to net. Well, that's not always the case. Sometimes my sellers care about faster closings over getting the most out of their home. It all depends. Most of the time, you're going to see a lot of sellers want, you know, to get if each offer is just within $1,000, $2,000 of each other after you have taken off everything they've asked for or whatever that they're going to net. If that seller only cares about what they net and don't care about anything else, then you really need to go over things with that seller. Make sure that that is exactly what they want, because cash isn't king these days. Cash is great. You need to make sure that proof of funds are there. They do have proof that they have the funds to pay cash, because sometimes that is not a good thing. Sometimes, they may, I've had in the past where I didn't think that it was going to go through, even though it was all cash. I was right about that. Unfortunately, I was right. And I had expressed that to my sellers at the time. Just because it's all cash, even though, they say they can close quickly, I had a gut feeling it was not going to go through, and it didn't. But there's red flags for that kind of thing. But you can only advise your clients not to do something or to do something, or give them advice, and they have to go with it, whatever they feel in their heart that they want to do. So cash is great, but money's money. Whether a lender sends it over after, 20, 30, 45 days, however long the lending process is, whether that seller gets paid by a lender or they get paid by cash transfer, it does not matter usually to the sellers. It comes down to how much they're going to net, usually at the end of the transaction. But sometimes my sellers, they don't go with just what the best offer on paper is. They go with either it's a faster closing. They wanted to go with a loan that they thought was the better loan. Your conventional loans versus maybe a FHA loan. You never know. FHAs go through just as much as conventional. It just depends, but it depends on their house too. If there's a lot wrong with the house and they're selling it as is, that could be one that does not need to probably go further with an FHA type loan. It all depends. You should know as an agent kind of what you think, and give your guidance there to your seller on that. We look at the due diligence period. The longer the buyer takes to close, the more time and money you're paying to stay in your house at that time. So look at that. Instead of having a due diligence of 10 days, why can't it be 7? Most home inspectors and people like that can get to you the next day, within a week, within usually a few days. So you should be able to get things done within a week, sometimes 10 days, depending on the house, depending on where it's located, what kind of market we're in, things like that. If we're in the market, if interest rates go down a lot and there's a lot of buyers out there, they will be stretching it, trying to get done in 10 days sometimes. So it depends on the market. Right now, they shouldn't have to go 10 days. Let's see, closing time. we want to make sure that it closes in a good amount of time, not stretched out for 45 days or so, unless the seller really wants that offer. And but it's all in what my sellers want. Do they want to, they're only looking at what they're netting. If this one's going to net them $1,000 more, or we think it is, you never know, because once you go into the inspection period, sometimes they might ask you for other things. So you might not net what you thought you would. So look at the whole entire offer. Special stipulations is going to have in there for paying concessions, probably, if the buyer is going to need concessions paid. They might need some closing costs paid, prepaids, or the buyer's agent's commission on there. So all of that is supposed to be put in the offer these days. So let's see. Is their earnest money? Look at that. How much they're putting down for earnest money? Who's holding the earnest money? Things like that. On my listings, I always request in my offer instructions that it be held at my title company. So that should be a part of our offers put in there like that. So you just really need to look at what the buyer is needing. Look at what type of loan they are getting, the pre-approval letter. You can reach out to the lender, see how far they are in the process. Has the lender only pulled credit and that's it? So that would be a pre-qualification, not a pre-approval. Usually a true pre-approval, even if they say pre-approval, is going to be further along in the lending process, not just pulling credit. They have probably got their bank statements, their W-2s, 1099s, whatever it may be. If they are an all-cash buyer, we need to have that proof of funds. So, that needs to be sent over with the offer. I like to receive all of that with an offer. When I do an offer for my buyers, I put the whole package together and we'll send it off to the listing agent too. So, there's a lot of things to carefully consider because you do want to, ultimately, sellers want to net as much as they can. After paying everything, at the end, they want to net as much as they can, usually. There are some sellers who will pick not the best offer on paper, but where they felt that it was going to go to the end, and that was actually the best offer for that seller. So you just never know. You need to sit down with your sellers and figure that part out. I always sit down with my sellers, try to go over offers. When we were in that market a couple of years ago where we had 25 offers, I would go through every offer, print it out, have sticky notes everywhere. This one's FHA, this one's conventional, this one's, closing in 15 days, this one's paying over asking, this one's doing this, this one's cash, this one's got proof of funds, this one's here. You just have to spell it out. And then you go over everything about that offer. Some may ask for a home warranty. Some may not care about a home inspection. There's all things that you need to look at in offers, no matter what market we are in. So hopefully this has helped you today. I thought I would just go over a little bit about when we receive offers, what we need to do on trying to go over them with our sellers to get them the best that offer, or accept the best offer that they think is best for them. The sellers need to figure that part out, and with our guidance, of course, and going over it and looking at every single offer that comes in. The bad thing is when we are in multiple offer situations, there can only be one winner, but you have to give the bad news to, if there's 25 offers, 24 other agents and buyers. Sometimes they get upset with you. So you have to have a thick skin in our business because daily there's going to be something. So hopefully this has helped you today. If it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to share my channel with your friends and family. And if you have anybody moving here or relocating or moving out of Tennessee, I am a listing agent and I do help buyers find what they're looking for too, help with relocation, help with downsizing, or the seniors that are trying to sell and move to their senior living or downsize to a smaller home. So please send them my way and I'd be happy to help them. Again, I am your Tennessee real estate professional. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Bye.